Here with reaction, Trump's incoming border czar, Tom Homan. Not exactly the guy that I would think that you'd have an alliance with. How did it go today?
It went great. Look, I sat down with the mayor for well over an hour. He gets it. And today he proved that as the mayor of New York City, he's more concerned with public safety than politics. I wish the mayor of Chicago and San Diego City Council and Governor Pritzker, I wish they'd all take a page out of the Mayor Eric Adams' playbook, because the ex-cop came out of him today. He really cares about public safety, and he's putting politics aside. He wants to help ICE take criminal threats off the street. He wants to help ICE look for national security threats. He wants to help ICE find over 340,000 missing children, which many of them are going to be in the city. So a great meeting, and hats off to the mayor for coming to the table and working with us.
Do you have any other meetings planned with any other Democrats at this time?
No, I don't, but I'll tell you this. Ever since it's been announced that I met with Mayor Adams, several other mayors, and I can't speak out, I don't want to give it up right now because I haven't called them back, but I've been contacted by a couple other mayors. Even Governor Pritzker, I saw in the paper today, he's willing to sit down. So I think what Mayor Adams did today is not only good for New York City, I think it's going to be a domino effect. I'm hoping that some of the mayors come forward after seeing the success we had today.
Anybody by the name of Gavin Newsom ever contact you?
Gavin Newsom will never contact me.
Okay, would you meet with him?
I'd meet with anybody to talk about taking public safety threats off the street, and that's what irritates me, Sean. You got these elected politicians who say they're going to put roadblocks up, and President Trump's been clear. We're talking about out of the gate priority public safety threats. No elected official, Republican, Democrat, Independent, should be pushing back and removing public safety threats from their communities. That is their #1 responsibility as a mayor and a governor. But I don't expect to hear from Newsom, but if he was called, I would absolutely meet with him.
You know, here's what's interesting about Mayor Adams, I think, and I got to give a lot of credit to Governors Abbott and DeSantis, because both of them, you know, they said, fine. Mayor Adams initially said, you're welcome in New York. It was a sanctuary city, New York City. And then guess what? They started sending illegal immigrants from Texas and Florida to New York. And then all of a sudden, the reality of his policies he came face to face with, he sees the high cost, he saw the increase of crime, he saw the increase of overdoses and all of this, associated with these unvetted illegals. I feel his conversion is real based on reality. Am I wrong in my perception?
No, you're exactly right. What Abbott and DeSantis were game changers. But you know what? No one ever talks about whose ideal that was originally? President Trump, because when I was the ICE director under President Trump, and when the numbers were climbing, he was thinking about doing the same thing. However, because his out-of-the-box thinking, his unprecedented success on the border, by the time we got that plan getting ready to be implemented, we couldn't fill a bus up because we ended the catch and release. We had to remain in Mexico. So you got to give President Trump a little bit of credit because that was originally his idea.
Did you at all talk about the legal issues he's now facing and the fact that I think he believes it's related to his outspokenness on and criticism of Harris and Biden and their immigration policy? Did you talk about that?
No, we didn't. What we did talk about, he wanted to understand how ICE does their job. He wanted to understand what roadblocks we had in New York City. He has told me that he's going to look at executive orders to undo some of the damage done by de Blasio. He would like to see us back in Rikers Island to arrest the bad guy in the safety and security of the jail rather than release them into the community and put the community at risk, and my officers at risk to arrest somebody in the community rather than a jail. He wants his law enforcement officers in the precincts to release criminal aliens to us and not on the street. And we talked about, Laken Riley, that Laken Riley's killer was arrested here in New York City for endangering a child. If things were different, ICE could have took custody of him rather than releasing him and him going to Georgia to commit that horrendous murder. So he asked a lot of great questions, and I left that meeting feeling really good, and we're going to continue our conversations. Our staffs are going to get together and work out the details, but I think New York City is about to get a lot safer. I think New York City is about to send a strong message to the rest of the world that they're taking the right steps to take public safety threats, especially those who are not supposed to be in this country to begin with, and remove them to the city. We're going to make New York safer.
So we have known terrorists, we have cartel members, we have gang members, we have violent criminals in the country. We know they're here. We know there are a lot of them, but we don't know where they are. We have, people that have committed murders and rape. How do you find them? How do you possibly find all of those people?
Well, we're not going to find all of them, and that's just a stone cold fact. But we have ways of finding people. I can't really discuss on because law enforcement sensitive our processes. However, the mayor also agreed. Look, he's got a lot of uniforms in this city that know what's going on in their neighborhoods. The New York NYPD has one of the best intelligence apparatuses in the entire world that he's going to help us with. So we're going to count on every uniform in this city to give us information on where these criminals are at. And also, as President Trump is committed, we're going to deputize every U.S. citizen in this country to help us find 340,000 missing children, because we need the public's help on this. Every mom and dad knows what it's like. They have a gut feeling when they see something out there in the public that there's something ain't right with that child. So we're going to deputize every one of them to help us find these children.
All right, we appreciate your time. Incoming Border Czar, Tom Homan. Thank you and Godspeed. This is an important job. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.